Unfortunately, this one will never get harvested because he's way too small.
Andy Vermeulen says one bad week of rain turned into 5 bad weeks this summer, and it resulted in 30% of his lettuce crop being lost.
But in my 35 years of farming, this has been the first season that we've had that sort of continuous week-on-week wet weather. When you get 2 inches of rain, you're held up for 2 or 3 days. And if those come sequentially every 2 or 3 days, as we did June and July, then your field is constantly being impacted.
Lettuce is a short season crop that needs to be grown uniformly and consistently. What gets planted 1 week is ready to harvest in 4 to 5 weeks, with just one rain event creating problems with seeding and planting.
Every year you sort of count on having a week of weather where you really can't get on the field and everything is packed up. And most years it's a week.
The whole year has been challenging.
At Peter Elderkin's orchard in Wolfville, the large amounts of rain washed pesticide and fungicide applications off his apple trees. He says most did survive well, with some varieties now faring better than others. It was the warm January followed by an extreme cold snap in February that damaged his cherry trees and is now having a severe impact on his cash flow.
Very unusual to have plums and cherries wiped out. I've never seen those two crops wiped out.
We were calling them black swan events, but they clearly are not anymore.
The UN International Fund for Agriculture Development's Joe Puri says the climate and biodiversity crisis is affecting 1/3 of all agricultural land. Globally, small-scale farmers produce 1/3 of the world's food and are far more vulnerable to climate change. She says efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions are important, but adaptation in agricultural practices is critical.
We've got to start to adapt and to try and see as to how we can really adapt our agricultural patterns, our infrastructure, our living styles to the change in climate and, as a consequence, the change in weather today.
Puri says small investments in irrigation and crop diversification can make a big impact.